something where we could maybe see him pick on and in there. Do you expect him to get active?
Yeah, I'd say a bit active. I think this is going to it's like you jungle, you get your fast level 3. He has this really nice maybe the observer will soon enough, but for now we'll keep an eye on the mid lane. But yeah, this is not going to be like I don't think we'll see lifesteal jungle mode. That's something definitely way too common in pubs. Like that 4 position player is like, man, I don't want to play support. I want to go jungle. Legion Commander spam. What do? Morphling, Iron Talon, Agi. Get a Mask of Madness. Yeah. I don't think we'll see that. Exposed position. Top lane, it's going to be a TP into the shrine. Oh, yeah. Punish the aggression of Skywrath.
Well, a pretty quick and easy one. Mind Control just picks it up with the double edge is not a great way to stop it. And it does look like the rotation is now going to come down towards the bottom. So Slark on top of Beyond can't go for the pound if he wants. A little bit of a pause.
Does he see? He doesn't see GH yet, I believe. GH is pretty far back, and it is nighttime, so I believe he's... Yeah, GH is in fog, so he has no idea Slatter's coming and hasn't seen a pounce animation yet. So Faith Beyond probably just thinks Miracle's just playing a bit aggressive, trying to get some essence shift here. He may not expect the Slatter to backstab him.
He did end up pinging out the area, but obviously the vision was that. All right, come on now. We're in the game back again, and Faith Beyond able to get Burrow Strike to back out and away. GH gets the crush as well, Dark Pact, and then they get the kill.
Sky comes down, but it's too late. Damage has been done. Looks like Slatter, yeah, making use. They try to smoke the mid lane, but once they realize the Blink Sniper's playing a bit defensively, they're not going to get on top of him. And a free kill is there on the Skywrath at that top shrine. They take that with the CM. Slatter rotates bottom, so they end up getting 2 kills off of that smoke. Even if it wasn't the intended kill, it is still a nice boost to Liquid's early game. Kuro will ward the mid-high ground, but that gets spotted, so should be easy D-ward.
Yeah, and we'll see if they're going to end up hopping over there and getting it. In the meantime, you take a look at the CS battle. CK getting a little bit of the better end. Hard here in the mid lane. Wait, at least back away GH for the moment there.
That was a CK TP, though, so in for Liquid. CK TP's in. The bottom lane, Faith Beyond. Again, just slightly stepping his boundaries against this Miracle, who now hits level 6.
As if we did. Going there onto the sniper, able to find man is going to end up going down. Kuroki just for the moment does not. So 6 minutes in, and you found 5 kills at this point for Liquid. Only there on the table for Wings. And it feels like this early game is going everything their way. I can't really think about, you know, any lane that's not working out for them. At the exception, I guess the only thing is that Ice rather, has had himself a good time.
He's winning the jungle.
Right, exactly.
And yeah, Chaos Knight, I guess, still farming, but the fact that Safe doing this well, TP's mid and doesn't get anything is like getting anything out of it. So quite what you'd hope for.
Well, again, down here in the bottom lane, Slark, they've basically forced out the SK at this point. Like they're thinking about coming in, and
they're just going to probably go a bit greedier. So probably see them look to make some like smoke ganks in place off of the Skywrath level 6. Miracle is going to be having a potentially very good game once he gets that picks up that item.
Well, Smoke immediately running into GH. He is going to be taking a hell of a... So, no luck on that kill.
GH, is he going to pay for this with his life? With the sprint wearing off, I think he may actually go down. One more prop.
Oh my god, another Burrow Strike. They turn it back.
They want to do that, yeah, they're going to have to start rotating down here fast. Problem is Shadow has another Phantasm, and he's, even with just Treads, Midas is very strong and scary. So it does look like they're going to give this one up, do some damage at mid. Matu looking for the trade there, and Wings looking to TP back and set up to punish this.
Oh yeah, a lot of them in the area right now, and they throw out the stun. Ice connects, and they are going to be able to take down the bear. So not a bad little pickup there for them, as Faith Beyond is going to blink out and away before the rotation comes up from the rest of Liquid.
I wonder if that was spotted. It looked like he may have been inside of the creeps there, so perhaps Liquid will be a bit apprehensive about going for this top tier 1, knowing that the Sand King is lurking around. They're ideally looking for that pick off on Miracle first to make it a bit safer. He's roaming around with that Shadow Blade, but we are at that stage of the game where Wings will look to 5-man around the Phantasm. Even with CK having a lot of money and he could pick up a new big item soon. Sniper's really a hero you can't be just off solo farming with.
Well, that's a pretty quick and easy jump there. They find Y, and way out for him. Faith Beyond a little bit off the mark with the stun. Now turning on a Slardar. It's the very long duration. Pull him back in, and that is going to be the kill in spite of the stun that comes out from GH.
I mean, initially it looked like they weren't going to have damage to kill the Slardar with just the Morph Stun with no Skywrath, but then Shadow shows up and he's like, oh, don't worry, guys. I've got a Chaos Bolt, Reality Rift. I can pack a punch, and sure enough, they do get that kill in return. So Skywrath for Slardar, definitely a good trade considering Slardar was very close to his Blink Dagger. He was only a couple hundred gold away from that one. And Wings are perhaps poised to find more here. Liquid are hiding in the trees, but Mind Control, that was not the Blink he was hoping for.
Oh no, they found him, and they are going to be able to take him down as well. The question is Kuro going to be able to get out as well? He does, well, he actually cast his Q as well, trying to TP out. They aren't going to find him, so Kuro at least gets out from that one.
They get the GH kill, though. A bigger kill than getting Kuro. That's another kill on Slardar. He just wants his Blink Dagger, and he's died 2 times in a row. While Phantasm gets popped, that means this is going to be a Tier 1, possibly even a Tier 2 tower here. Miracle's in the neighborhood, but not easy to engage into this. You perhaps kill something like a support here. You can get some Essence Shift on a Morphling. Not sure that's really the play. Ideally, you just try and kill the Skywrath and then get out, but that was a good sequence of events for the Chinese squad.
It feels right now like you want to be able to find those pickoffs, like you're saying, but with this group up style that we're seeing from Wings, it's really hard to punish it. And I'm kind of wondering, what's the plan B right now for Liquid? How do you deal with all of this pressure?
It's really playing around the Blink Dagger time, and they've got the Centaur Blink, so perhaps they could have used that to smoke with. But now that they've kind of just settled down, gone for the farm, Slark's finished the Shadow Blade, it feels like they want to have that Slardar Blink as well, so they can get that quick burst damage from the Blink stun with the amp damage. But they've just given up kills. They haven't fought around the Aegis. Like the Slark Aegis, the one who's much more in your face and going to be able to do a lot more damage than the lone Druid as far as going onto the front line. So he gets a lot more value out of an Aegis. But the fact they give it to Matu suggests Liquid's idea and their game plan is to kind of, let's farm. Let's use this as a farming Aegis. We don't really want to fight Wings. It didn't really feel like they were trying to fight Wings at top. Just got picked off a little bit by the rotation, and then they were in the trees just waiting to see what happened, to see if they could catch some stragglers, and got found out as well. So Wings just seem to be catching him by surprise.
They're so close right now. They found GH. He's only 75 gold away from his Blink Dagger. He is going to, oh my god, alive on 50 HP, really close. They're able to turn it back around now, take down Faith Beyond, and, well, he actually did end up dying to the Caustic proc there, so he doesn't end up getting his Blink Dagger. The BKB already popped, but they're able to get the Entangle. Shadow now in some trouble as well. Can they take him down before he gets out? They are going to be able to find that kill. Living back in a big way. And it looks like that's going to be the extent of their kills.
That was a 10-second BKB from Chaos Knight as well. Interesting to see him go straight into the BKB, not the item pickup I would have imagined Chaos Knight wants to go for. Normally you see Armlet, Mantas, Hearts of Trask, but once the magic immunity.
Oh, and
he gets rooted.
Oh, nice play there. Yeah, the root
the frostbite. Cancels the waveform out.
And that's not a huge pickup, but the CK, that in combination certainly is. And, well, another stun comes in, but you've got the Slark right there on top of why he is going to end up dropping. So Mind Control able to escape while they take down the Skywrath Mage again.
Another Blink stun.
Oh, nice pickup there. Able to find the kill, dodges the pounce as well. Nicely played by Faith Beyond.
The Ward together retreat. Next Shadow Blade, we could see Miracle look to re-engage.
All right, they're going in again. Why not? Just keep on battling. It's been a battle throughout the mid lane, starting at the Radiant Tier 2, basically.
Constant brawling. This is the Wings Chaos. And Liquid are meeting them head on, which works pretty well for a Slark with a Shadow Blade Echo Saber. He's ready to fight. He's ready to take these engagements, but does need to be a little bit careful, since some of his teammates maybe not quite so ready. The Aegis has expired on Matu. Managed to just pick up the next item or two where they got up to the Dragonlance with the Maelstrom now. And it looks like his next pickup is going to be a BKB for himself. It does feel like this Wings draft will be on a bit of a timer when perhaps Chaos Knight gets like a level 3 ultimate, like to kind of end the game. I don't think they'll want it to drag too much beyond that. Lone Druid, for the most part, has seemed to be in the better of the two snipers as far as game scaling into the late game, so we'll see if that's going to continue to be the case. I imagine they'll try and use this sniper plus level 3 CK Phantasm to try and siege high ground.
Oh, this is a really nice play. They go on the Skywrath with the Slark, and then they're able to find, well, maybe not. Slark in a little bit of trouble. It's going to be forced back away. They were able to take down Shadow regardless. The ulti from the CM on the low ground, and so the final result is 2 dead for Wings, but they do get the Slark, and Well, Faith beyond Burrow's strike. They come back in with Shadow trying to take down Kuro. They are going to pop the ulti there, and they find the kill. Now turning onto that Centaur as well. He drops. So they take down 3.
What a response from Wings again. They're just always ready to fight into it. Faith beyond is really good at timing his Burrow strike, such that they catch the Slark after Dark Pact. Slark, I mean, Miracle knows it's coming. Like, every time he's going in for these pickoffs, he's immediately using Shadow Dance after Dark Pact so he doesn't get silenced or something by Skywrath, but Sand King just burrows him through the Shadow Dance, and constantly it's been plaguing him. This time was one of the first few times where he actually did get silenced before the Shadow Dance, and as a result, he goes down. Not really worth it at this point to trade his life for the Snipers, considering he's the much more farmed of the 2 carries. The Chaos Knight is one you've got to worry about, and it's Shadow who got the kills in response. A double kill for him gets him up to 11.3k net worth. He is the most farmed in the game.
Yeah, another pickoff over there as well. Good use of the Savage Roar to make sure that the Morphling wasn't able to waveform out and away and didn't even necessarily need the root. But there's another BKB picked up, this time on the Lone Druid. So 14-14, we're 22 minutes into this game, and it's feeling like it's just all-out brawling. Is there a team that you feel like this favors more than the other?
Wings for sure, for now at least, as long as they can maintain their farm while they brawl, and that's what the Midas has done for Chaos Knight. It means that throughout all this constant fighting, he's still getting some decent income.
Oh, they're going in again over here, trying to TP out, but not going to happen, and, well, that is going to be another sniper kill.
That's the one here that doesn't really want to brawl. Sniper is a bit behind on farm. He's going to go as fast as possible into this Hurricane Pike, so he has that defensive force to try and save his life in some of these situations, but Sniper has definitely been the one hero who has not enjoyed this constant fighting on the wing side. Problem is, if your team's fighting like as a 4-man unit and you're a sniper, you can't really push a lane or farm by yourself because you're such easy prey for a Slark, a Centaur as we just saw. There's so many heroes that can just kill you if you're alone. So Sniper almost has to stick with his team, and it's just been too much fighting for the Sniper himself. Even if like the Sand King, the Morph, all the other 4 heroes are happy to fight, just not the Sniper.
Nice courier pick there as well. Able to take that one, Miracle.
Oh, they perhaps got Ice if he's not careful.
Oh, yeah, pump fake, but still ends up throwing it out. Going to switch it in.
Barely.
That was real close. Okay, Shadow pops. BKB wants to fight. Turns now, but there's going to be a Shadow Dance to back out and away. Burrow Strike connects after the Dark Pack, and Reality Rift, just barely off the mark.
I'm sorry. I'll have to substitute myself out temporarily.
There and
value out of those spells.
Yeah, definitely. And Lone Druid sitting top of the net worth mark at this point. That's one of those moments where you think about one of the other supports that you might have been able to take, one of those defensive ones possibly, you know, a Dazzle there or something for a Grave at the last second. And it just, you don't have that afforded to you. I feel like you need to be aggressive with this Wings draft in a certain way.
Yeah, Wings seem all in on the aggression and control. Lots of damage output, lots of control, but not much in the way of save and defensive capabilities.
Yeah, so thinking about the next couple of minutes and the way that this goes, of course, we're going to be eventually getting that Aghanim Scepter up and online for the Morphling, as well as just more items. But I'm sort of wondering if, like, it feels like Wings almost need just the perfect team fight to even be able to stand up against Liquid, and even then, nothing is guaranteed, really.
Yeah, they probably thinking, like, we just want to defend high ground, but if you're Liquid, you're like, well, let's starve them out. Let's accept the fact that we may not be able to break high ground anytime soon, at least not without an Aegis, so you're probably going to wait out some of those big key items and just like the Aegis and a couple more. But Centaur, wow, he's in deep.
Another Force Staff. They've still got the right clicks, trying to stampede out and away. The Assassinate is there as well, but doesn't look like he'll be able to escape. Scary moment there for him.
With some of those spells used, will Liquid want to press forward? Probably not. They use Stampede. If anything, that was the bigger of the ultimates, but they are grouped around this mid lane, perhaps hoping for some kind of good initiation.
Now Burrow, they push him back yet again. Miracle ends up getting stunned. They're going to be able to get him. There's a really long duration, and, well, is going to be silenced to follow it. Pops the BKB, turns to fight. Shadow taking a lot of damage, pops the ulti as well. Now it looks like that's going to just be enough to get him out and away.
That's a 2-minute cooldown, so not what you want to see out of your Phantasm. And Liquid, I think, smelling blood, are ready to push forward. Even without an Aegis, they know this is a big timing for them to go for. They've got the Lincolns on top of the BKB on Matu's Lone Druid, so 2 defensive items there, as well as that level 20 talent with the -40 respawn time. So he's a very safe hero to have sieging that high ground with, and he'll chip away at it with that extra long range.
Yeah, it's really frustrating to deal with, and the Lincoln Sphere being really effective, obviously, against that. A long duration stun that we see from the Morphlane.
He still hasn't got his axe. He's been working it for quite some time. Had 2 pieces for a long time. He's still 500 gold short, so still no hybrid.
You just talk about that starvation that we were mentioning. They haven't been able to farm almost at all. So Matumba Man keeps on hitting away at this tier 3 tower. There's no way to stop it. They pull back in Miracle, get the 2-second stun, but all of these Force Staffs, everything, keeping Liquid alive, there's just no answer at all. And, well, maybe they can get him, but Miracle just pops the Shadow Dance. They back out and away. Another Burrow Strike, Mystic Flare off the mark as well. The Force Staffs are just tremendous. Look at this. What's going on? They get 1 kill finally. Yeah, that's absurd.
Okay. That was some impressive defensive Force Staff use, but it is still Wings who defend high ground, and it does definitely go back to the fact that pushing high ground against this Wings lineup is going to be a pain in the ass. Sniper, one of the best. You've got Nag Sanking. Morphling's pretty damn good just because he sits there throwing adaptive strikes at any hero. Even just a Spirit Bear on the high ground, he'll just stun it, and then his team will just throw spells at it, right-click it down. So very annoying and frustrating to push against this Wings team.
And sort of mentioning again that fact that this is a team that's used to taking their time and making sure that they don't make the wrong overstep. They don't overplay their hand necessarily. And we're seeing that here. It feels to me as if they're going to be continuing to farm away. But is there a point where Wings sort of hits a secondary?
Offensive item and an item which kind of, again, get that BKB, you're very strong with that first use or two. That's when it's 10 seconds. Liquid, just secure another Aegis and Cheese, because that next foot cult, if those items are picked up. So smoke out, and then to get some aggressive. Stop Liquid from Roche.
This is hybrid as well.
To stand in front, Skywrath Mage. That is not how you want your smoke to be popped.
That's actually really rough.
Poor positioning from Mr. Y there, but wasn't expecting the smoke to perhaps pop and reveal so early, and that means that smoke was effectively wasted. They immediately all back off, and it's going to be Liquid on the other side, smoking up themselves. More important than perhaps fighting is going to be securing this Roche, so they actually just go straight into the pit.
Wow, that was just tragic for Wings. Like, you invest all of this timing into it. You get your BKB on Sniper. The Aghanims is done now on Morphling, and only to have it pop right there on the Skywrath Mage in the mid lane. Do you get a Stampede out there trying to find the kill onto that Skywrath Mage up in the top lane, but it looks like it's just going to be the Aegis taken. Matumba Man picks it up, and off to the races again.
He'll be back to sieging soon enough. Like what Matu's doing, just going very safe defensive. Lincoln's BKB into a Skadi. He's going for pure survivability. Even though he's the sieging, damage-dealing hero, Lone Druid, you just do enough damage as is. So what you need to do is stay alive, and it's exactly what this item build of his will do.
Bro, adaptive strike there as well. Waveform's out, trying to get out and away. They have already popped the BKB ulti as well. They're able to take down one. Kuro already dead. Now looking for more. Miracle on top of that. Morphling is going to be able to take him down to Mystic Flare as well. They find the kill into Mind Control as well as Y, and the Epicenter doing a good bit, but it's just 2 for 2 at this point. Matumba Man popped his BKB. He just attacked, and looks like Liquid ended up coming out ahead on that.
Yeah, right now it looks like Wings are holding their own, but still not getting big enough trades. They're going to lose their shrines off of that. They're going to... No.
Well, and now Miracle again. He's heading off towards the jungle. You look at this, Butterfly completed at this point. I don't believe that we're close to having an MKB online at this stage for Wings. It feels like it's sort of, they don't have items to really deal with it, nor the heroes. It's a rough game right now.
Yeah, it is, and they're like all in on these BKB commitments, so they've got the ability to, like, for Sniper to at least guarantee get some damage output out, but Slark is elusive. We've seen what the Force Staffs can do as far as pushing people around, so locking in on some of these heroes, even with all the control they've got, not an easy task necessarily. But they will continue to probably try and test the Liquid high ground siege, which has yet to take a lane of Rack. So, I mean, you're still going to wonder, like, what's it going to take? Liquid haven't been able to break through just yet.
Yeah. Miracle, they're just testing an illusion as well. I feel like they just can go wherever they want at this point on the map with impunity. Like, there's nothing that Wings can really do to lock them down if Liquid play this correctly. And, well, another burrow strike is going to connect there onto the CM, and, well, shooting it on back at him. They ends up getting assassinated himself. They are going to be able to take down right off the bat that SK rather, and she's eaten as well. Mind Control going to survive through it. Very well played by Liquid. Shadow in trouble. Amp damage there. GH is going to be able to crush. They find the kill. Miracle picks it up, and Liquid well on the way to finishing this one off here.
Yeah, that might be just the pickoff they needed to break through this high ground.
Now, Yule's Scepter is up there online as well. The Tier 3 tower going to start to fall, and it looks like with the Mjolnir procs hitting away there onto the sniper, and they're still playing this so safe. That's the thing that's crazy to me.
Like, they don't know the CK's buyback status. I don't believe where they did probably see the Reaver pick up, which is a big sign. Like, he's picked up a Reaver on the way to a heart. He likely doesn't have it, but they still can't get around.
Fall Control, they're on top of him. Silence, nowhere to go. Is going to fall.
A long stun on Miracle.
Well, maybe.
So with the Butterfly.
They just don't have any damage. There's no answer at all. And with another one going down here, buybacks come out from the sniper. Maybe, just maybe, they can make something from this. Matamba Man going to get hit with the epicenter. He doesn't give a damn. Mystic Flare comes down as well. There is just no mercy at all at this point for Wings.
Diving for the kills. CK is going to finally respawn, but he's going to be finding two of his teammates dead. So he's not really got any good way to engage or fight. He's going to TP right in and try and see what he can do, but...
Well, there's the BKB, turns to fight, maybe something, but the right clicks are coming through. Miracle about to be on top of him as well. And Skywrath Mage, there's the lift up. GH is not going to go down there. Matamba Man, Aegis is going to proc, and, well, they chase down Shadow. He ends up dying. Never give up, never surrender, but there's nothing else to fight for here.
Yeah, well closed out game by Liquid. Wings were just so gung-ho. They were so keen to stick to their guns. You can't really blame them. That was like the nature of their draft. They wanted to fight. They wanted to go aggressive, but it cost them in the end. Like the CK dying outside of his base. We saw it a few times, but they were able to hold without him. That time at the end, later in the game, CK's respawn time very, very long. He committed for the Reaver, so he didn't have buyback as well, and there was no way to defend that high ground without the Chaos Knight with just 3 heroes.
Well, Team Liquid take game number 1. Panel was a little bit split about what we were going to be seeing out of this one and the whole series. Was there anything that was revealed to you about these two teams? Was this sort of maybe what we were expecting as a way that Wings would lose, as beating themselves slightly with the draft?
I feel like Liquid had a very safe standard draft, and there was a clear idea from Wings about how they felt they could beat it using this like Morphling Skywrath, having this long-range nuke combo, throw the stun, drop down the Skywrath Mystic Flare, see what you can do out of that, but good on paper. In theory, maybe didn't work out as well as they would have hoped for. The early game went very rough for them. Yeah. Got to give props to Faith Beyond, though. He was, to me, the highlight of the Wings side. Despite his 0-3 start, he had some incredible plays, but Blink got crushed mid. The sniper pick was like, don't know, didn't really get much out of it. So, don't know, we'll see. I think Wings will have like a very different Game 2 draft. I mean, we've seen that every single game. They had the Invoker Brew. Like the panel's like, the Invoker Brew's there. Will they pick Invoker Brew? It's Wings. They're not going to pick the same strat 2 games in a row. That's just not their thing. So Game 2, I think we'll see something totally different out of Wings, and who knows? Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. That's the way with Wings. All right, well, stay tuned, everybody. We'll see if Wings can bring it back in game number 2. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be back for more from StarLadder.
Gaming Bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, Go and Overwatch. Start, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or